Episode 193. Fan Hua was still basking in the glow of his own guild channel. Lord Grimm arrived at his side.
The record's out.
Fan Hua snapped back to reality and quickly thanked him.
Yes, thank you.
What about the Crimson Moon set?
Oh.
Fan Hua was so excited he nearly forgot about it. He already had the Crimson Moon set equipped, so he quickly took it off and handed it over to Yi Xiu. The 4 pieces were the hat, the coat, the belt, and the pants. All that was missing were the shoulder guards and the shoes. Yi Xiu took them and immediately went to trade with Tang Ru. What? Your gear. Yi Xiu placed the 4-piece set, 1 piece at a time, into the trade window. Where'd you get these? Fan Hua just gave it to me.
I was helping them run the dungeon. Oh.
Tang Ru confirmed the trade, equipping the items directly. A set like this naturally emphasizes a cohesive style. With the top and pants now paired together, the key pieces clicked into place, and the full effect was instantly apparent. The form-fitting crimson leather armor cinched at the waist, making Cold Mist suddenly look far more formidable. Brawler, who was standing nearby, leaned in and asked, "Is there one for me?" "No, for now." Bao Zi was a bit dissatisfied, but not with Yi Xiu, it was with Fan Hua. He leaned in and said,
"Hey! That rookie guild leader is so stingy! He should have gotten me a set too! Huh! There aren't any more."
Fan Hua said, bewildered. The deal's already done. Why is someone else coming to collect a fee?
Shubskit.
Faced with steamed bun invasion's contempt, Fan Hua felt like he was about to cough up blood. Was it really being stingy to not offer a little extra sweetener when buying something?
Steady, steam bun. This set was agreed upon in advance. We'll get one for Cold Mist first, then find a chance to get yours later.
Yeah, no rush. Ladies first.
We've got 2 dungeon rounds left. Wanna hit up Windblown Ruins?
Wow,
Fan Hua was having a great time chatting with his friends and guildmates, and honestly wasn't really in the mood to run another dungeon. But these guys had just helped him set a new record. It felt pretty lousy to ditch them right after. Fan Hua was agonizing over the decision. Meanwhile, Lord Grimm said, "All right, we'll keep going." As he spoke, the 4 of them swiftly left the party and formed a new one right beside him. At the same time, they all uniformly quit the Moonlit Wheel Guild. Fan Hua wanted to say something else, but the 4 of them just headed straight into the dungeon, without even mentioning adding another player. His contact with these experts had ended so abruptly. Windward felt a wave of disorientation. On Yi Xiu's side, the dungeon run continued. Even with just 4 people, it was no big deal for these pros. This time, they weren't here for a record run, so they wouldn't be charging straight through. Every last monster in every corner of the castle's rear garden would be hunted down and killed. Even setting aside the guaranteed blue or purple gear from the dungeon boss, dungeons remain the most rewarding activity for players. The gold and experience they yield far surpass what you can get from regular grinding zones. Most players would skip other tasks, but they'd never let their daily dungeon runs go to waste. Right now, dungeons still take 3 or 4 runs. The higher you go, the bigger the dungeons get, so the daily attempts drop. Some even have a weekly lockout, and you have to save your progress. There was no way they'd clear it in a single day. Once the trash mobs were dealt with, it was time to take on the boss. But this time, Yi Xiu wasn't taking his job seriously. This time against Toria, he didn't go all out like before. Just like yesterday, he told everyone to do their own thing. Tang Ru was getting a bit annoyed with him, dragging this fight out with Toria. He wasn't a fan of holding back his strength.
Hey, why aren't you fighting seriously? You mean like last time,
I'm an old man. You know, I can't take being beaten like that all the time. You youngsters, put your strength to good use.
How old are you anyway?
In the world of esports, I'm definitely getting on in years.
So what? You could have played so much better.
See, that's where you're not being professional. The principle is actually the same as in other sports. Young players can rely on physicality and brute force to win matches. But as you get older, you have to lean more on experience, on game sense, on using your head to secure victory. Going all out like a young man is fine once in a while, but doing it too often will just burn you out faster. It's the same in esports. Pushing your APM to the limit and competing on pure mechanics. That's the style for you young folks. At my age, it's best to avoid that kind of thing. Is it really that serious? You'll understand in a few years. Do you think being a top player is that easy?
Seeing Ye Xiu say this, Tang Ru didn't press further and continued fighting the boss Guoya. Ye Xiu truly didn't exert the same overwhelming suppression as in the previous round. In the end, the level of skill he displayed seemed on par with Tang Ru and the others. So, just like an ordinary team facing Tua, they took him down. A bit messy, a bit chaotic. They didn't add anyone else, and the four of them ran the dungeon one more time, exhausting their daily attempts for the glazed lands. Alright everyone, I'm logging off first. As usual, after running the last dungeon for the day, So Mucheng logged off. Tang Ru and Steamed Bun Invasion said their goodbyes. Yi Xiao, of course, didn't bother with the formalities. So Mucheng was sitting right next to him. He took off his headset and turned to ask her.
You're heading back already.
Yeah, let's head back.
So Mucheng was about to take off her headset and quit the game, her mouse flicking as she prepared to shut down. Yi Xiu broke out in a cold sweat. He practically lunged to stop her.
Whoa. The server. My lady, please don't you dare shut it down.
Alright.
So Mucheng was startled. She knew full well what would happen if she shut down the server. It was just that powering off the computer after use was a natural, ingrained habit. I forgot for a second. Ooh, that was close. Ye Xiu breathed a sigh of relief. So Mucheng was a pro player after all. Her hands were lightning fast.
Good thing I was faster. I'm off then.
So Mucheng rose to her feet, her gaze affixed on Ye Xiu. She just turned off the computer monitor. Alright, go on.
Yeah. Who knows when I'll be able to come to the internet cafe again? It's still pretty risky, right? Yeah. Well, off we go.
So Mucheng left the front desk with a distinct air of regret.
Are you hungry? Want to grab a bite?
Sir.
Hearing this, So Mucheng swiftly walked back.
We've got braised beef, mushroom chicken, tomato and egg, pickled cabbage with pork ribs, shrimp and fish. All sorts of instant noodles. Which one would you like?
After a moment of serious thought, So Mucheng said,
I'll have the braised chicken with mushrooms. Alright, just a moment.
Ye Xiu had already grabbed a bowl of mushroom chicken noodles and was heading off to find hot water. When he returned with the freshly steeped noodles, he saw So Mucheng had pulled up a small stool and was sitting right next to his spot. On Ye Xiu's computer, Lori had been switched to window mode by So Mucheng. She held the mouse, clicking around the desktop, searching for something. Noodles are here!
Just put it here.
So Mucheng tapped the desktop beside her. The front desk at Happy Internet Cafe had 2 levels, the outer counter, and an inner area with an ordinary desk, cluttered with various odds and ends.